Hi and welcome back to Tier 10 to Prem. This is the PRIISEK channel, the home of the skin clinic. Hopefully people have been over having a look at those videos, all about the skin. Old and new people, it'll help you out. But today, it's all about the football. Let's go over and play some games and see how we've been doing in the league, shall we? Yes, we have had a good little run since the Fleetwood game. We have played Sheffield Wednesday in the league and we beat them 2-0. Roy Chitty returning to his old stomping ground, and Matthew Roberts. Chitty actually had an 8.1, was man of the match. Their manager said he was a waste of space pretty much in the press. You don't do that. And he went out and bulldozed them. Cambridge United was next, and again Roy Chitty and Matthew Roberts, but this time 2-2 draw against Cambridge, who were one of the teams that are right up there like we've spoken about before. And then Rotherham United, and in that Cambridge game actually we had I think we came from 2 down actually, was it? Where's Cambridge? No, we was two up, sorry. So we actually threw it away in the 90th minute. Luke Mahadi, wonder if he's any relation to our old player. And yes, this was the one we was behind against Rotherham. We was 1-0 down, and then we came back 3-1 victors. Matthew Roberts, Chris Dunlop and Cesar Areno. So today we're off to Bicklem Park for 2 games against MK Dons and West Ham under-23s. Yes, and here is the team for McDon's. Harvey in goal, Pritchard, Jones, Daly, Broad, Chitty, Collins, Dunlop, Canute, Allen and Roberts. We do have a new signing in Connor Richards, who comes in as a ball-winning midfielder, stroke central midfielder, can play also at the base of the spine of the midfield, and first touch of 13, tackling 13, work rate 15. You know, he's just a well-rounded player. Comes from he was at Reading and then went to South Shields as well, as I see, on a free last year. Was at Hull as well, so was in Sky Bet Championship. So it's a lad with potential, that's for sure. And we're going to stick him on the bench instead of Areno today, who gets a rest purely because he needs it. The boy has been playing some awesome football, and sometimes you've got to give people a rest. We should be winning this. It's all over to you now. Go out and have a good one. They're all composed. I agree with that. Right. A minute gone. And no XGs. No chances. It's nice to see. Apart from us now. Dunlop puts the ball over. It's cleared away. And there's Paul Allen for his 8th goal of the season. 6 minutes gone. Dunlop swings it over, and it come off their defender, and Paul Allen snatched at it, smashed it in the net. Beautiful goal. So that puts us 2 points clear above Preston, who must be winning. Preston are 1-0 up, yes, against Oxford. Another side, Oxford, they were flying. Where are they to now? Pritchard, Canute, back to Pritchard, ball over, headed away, Collins to Broad. Jordan Broad. What a strike. Just let it go. Let the goal button go. Pritchard gets nodded out. Collins to Broad, who just absolutely... I tell you what, how many goals of the season have we had this season? That is another contender for goal of the season. In fact, I think that's my goal of the season. You know what the name of this episode's going to be? Goal of the season for sure. 20 minutes gone. And we're going to drop some praise because that is cracking. 2-0 up against McDonald's. I know they're 19th, 20th in the league, but they're a good team. They are a good team. And let's go to a balanced mentality for the last 15 minutes this half. And then we'll change it to a positive mentality for the start of the second half. Just a little thing I saw on one of the videos, and nursing Bruce Vi should be able to nurse him through. What do you reckon? Oh, I don't know. We'll ignore it purely because we've got players here who are unfit today. I don't want to just take someone off because they've got a knock, but they can nurse him through. Dunlop to Pritchard. Chitty. Oh my goodness me. Roy Chitty. It's not very often you see players called Roy these days, but Chitty, he is class. The boy, to watch this little roll over, look, gets the ball, little roll, nice. 3-0 in the first half against McDonald's. We really are taking them to the sword today. And it's half time. Very pleased. Keep it going, boys. And we will go to a positive mentality now at the start of the second half. Just roll it. It might have been Lelujo, or it could have been Work of Space, or it could have been Dr. Benji. One of those three did it just for half time, just switched it up, and then second half switched it back around again, and they got a performance. And it's just a little thing just to think about. So hopefully it doesn't mean that McDonald's are going to come back. Chitty put it across his own box. Rondon, great clearance. Mate, he went down like a sack, thinking he's going to get a penalty, but it isn't happening. Now, levels, Jones, Daly, Chitty, these are the lads that need to come off today. And 3-0 up. Let's get in there and let's sort it out. So, Daly for Wiggins. Chitty. Connor's coming in there. And also, for my last trick, we're going to give it 5 minutes. Just see if there's anyone else who really does need it. Jones, I know, is on a yellow card. Broad. Should we give him a standing ovation for the last 10 minutes, maybe? Catchpole. Throws it in for McDonald's. And again, McDonald's are playing some lovely football. They are a team that I don't understand why they're so low in the... That's got to be offside, surely. That's got to be offside. Corey makes a save anyway. And Dunlop. Paul Allen. Yeah, Paul Allen did have a knock, didn't he? So Paul Halson can come on. So Broad can see the game out and maybe pick up his man of the match. He's on a 7.7 at the moment. Broad. Paul Halson to Collins. Collins, poor ball that time. Collins is what? He's on a 7.2. Dunlop to Richards. Dunlop, Pritchard. Pritchard still wins the ball. Swing the crossing, son. Dunlop will though. Richards. Stung the keeper's hands, that one. Again, we could have found another little superstar. Dunlop crosses it in. Collins gets to it. Collins to Paul Halson. Paul Halson back to Collins. Broad. And just thinking, It's Collins. Yeah, Richards. So for some reason he's called Colin Richards. So I'm thinking we've got Collins and Colin and Collins. That's not going to be confusing at all, is it? Not at all. Broad coming forward again. Loses the ball this time. And McDon's going to get back into this game. Not with that man Corey Harvey covering all bases. And we've gone to a balanced mentality for the last 5 or so minutes. Pritchard's picked up a booking, so has Richards on his debut. And he gets past too easily, and Joe Dunn has scored, and there's 5 minutes plus added on time to go, and Joe Dunn has gone belting off up the pitch. Now, focus. Dunlop swings it in, and they're going to get to it again, aren't they? Sarpong's got it, and if we're not careful here, we're going to throw this away. Corey Harvey makes the save in the belting down rain. It's absolutely tipping down here at Bickland Park. Wiggins makes the clearance. Paul Halson, get out there, son. Ball's cleared, and is he given a... No. Play carried on. Wiggins to man mark Joe Dunn. And they're playing with 5 in midfield now, did I just see? But it's another cracking win for Mousehole AFC. And now we can have a break from the league and go off and play a bit of Johnson's, Papa John's, whatever it is these days. Papa John's, isn't it? The Johnson's Paint Trophy, yeah? Is that what it used to be called? Maybe someone in the comments can let me know. Was it the Johnson's Paint Trophy before Richards makes his debut? It's definitely now the Papa John's Trophy. But I'm sure it was Johnson's Paint. So we will fast forward on a couple of days for that. Okay, so here's the game for West Ham United under-23s in the Papa John's Trophy. So it's old Watt in goal. Pritchard, Jones, Daly, Broad, Collins, Chitty, Dunlop, Canute, Allen and Bogdan. You're probably wondering why Bogdan's up front again. Matthew Roberts is off on another international duty, as is Cesar Areno. Hopefully Roberts can finally get his first international under-21s goal. So fingers crossed today as well we can overcome this game. Go out and carry on from where you last played. Everybody's composed again. And here we go. Bickland Park. We just smashed the record as well for attendance against MK Dons in the previous game. So hopefully it doesn't look very full here today. It's only been 3 days. Cornish wages aren't the best in the world. And they've had a booking and an injury in the first 8 minutes of the game. Paul Allen swings it in. Jones hits the bar. Yes, I think it's fair to say we haven't got many fans here today. Allen swings it over. Dunlop gets to it. Dunlop coming down the left wing for a change. Chitty. Collins. That was close. Yes, there's definitely not many fans in today. I'd like to see at half time how many we have actually got here. Pritchard, long throw, nodded away. West Ham have got it, and they seem to be breaking with a few numbers here. And this lad's fast, my word. Can we get back, or are we going to come unstuck? Jones away with it, but it's straight back in. What was Watt doing? He didn't even make an effort for it. And this is what makes me think, is he really what we need? What? So Jones cleared it, but not very well. And Watt was already on the floor before the ball even went past him. That's a demand more. That is a demand more. Should be a demand more just to Watt, but we'll fire the whole lot up. Dunlop's got a booking, and he's looking fired up. Collins is anxious. Canute a 6.7 in there. We do need a Reno playing in the games like this. Collins is booked as well as Dunlop now. And let's go a bit more attacking. I'm also going to change the instructions. Hit early crosses. Dribble less. Be more expressive. Let's get wider. Don't pass into space. More urgency. Drop the line back there, but get that line up. Right. Because they did have a quick lad at the back, and I wasn't very keen on that. Let's have a look. It wasn't him. Who was it? Husband. 14 and 13, yeah, so he's a bit quicker than our fullbacks. Because I think Broad down there, yeah, 11. So that's probably why. Not a lot in it, but if we can pull one back half time, it's done exactly the same again. Look, we've done exactly the same again, and it's a big punt up front. Now what can Watt do? A nice little ball into Chitty. Very well done. Daly. Bogged down under it, but misses out. Benjamin running down the wing, crosses over, and Watt's been beaten again. 2-0. I think, I'm not sure if we've already qualified for this. Yeah, we're already qualified, but we don't want to lose it. Far from pleased. I demand more. Fired them up. Paul Allen is having a shocker out there today. You're coming off early, boy. And also Broad's not playing well. He had a cracking game in that last game. Marcus Jones, 2 early changes. Dunlop will be the last one because of his fitness levels as well. And Burke can go out there. Not his usual position, but he can play there. Oh. This is why Corey Harvey's still in goal. So Watt has got his hand to it. And still can't keep it out. Shot stopping of a gnat. Yes, we're going to make those changes. So what is Watt shot stopping? Reflexes of 15. Handling 15. He's 6'3". You'd think he could do a bit better than that. West Ham have got nothing to play for, and they're winning this game comfortably 3-0. But at least we had our goal of the season in the previous episode, or previous match. So that's something to say for this episode. Papa John's isn't important. We're top of the league. We've got 10 minutes to go with this half. Should we talk about the weather again? I demand more. Let's all go and have a party. Because this, you get games like this every so often. I think maybe because we'd already qualified from this, the boys just didn't bother. And Chitty put the cross in. Dunlop, it's Burke's on there instead. Jones, Pritchard. So Pritchard was able to play against his, and Burke has popped up with his second goal of the season. So Pritchard was able to play against his parent team. But I guess if it was the FA Cup, he wouldn't. Bogdan got there first, and Burke scores the goal. So we pulled one back, saved a bit of face. There is only 478 fans in. We had nearly 6,000 in the last game. I know wages are low in Cornwall, but this is ridiculous. Oh. Should we just say goodbye to what now? He's still playing in the Cups. We've said he'll play in the Cups, so that's what we're going to do. What is that? What is that? Oh my goodness me. What are you doing, Mr. Watt? Far from pleased with the result. What more can you say? Well, you know, that was completely and utterly horrendous. Darius Vassell has been sacked as Port Vale manager. Right. We'll be back for the FA Cup first round, whoever we've got, and Swindon. So if you've enjoyed that, everybody, please do come back for more. We'll be back for whoever we've got in that first round of the FA Cup. We do enjoy the FA Cup here. And Swindon Town in the league. Hopefully, we'll still be top. But we'll see. It's a tough run of games there. Peterborough, Gillingham, Wrexham, Lincoln, Port Vale, who've just sacked the manager as well. So we'll have to wait and see how we can do. And we'll catch you in the next one. See you soon.